10 seconds remaining.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Standin 5 versus PUCU is going to be the second game of the day for the ESL India Premiership Dota 2 Championship. It's the Starter Cup number 4. Standin 5 going to be on the dire side. You've got PUCU on the Radiant. This tournament organized by Nodwin Gaming and sponsored by HyperX and ROG. I'm CloudX, and one of these two teams unfortunately will be knocked out. Just earlier on today we saw... Alright, give me a moment, guys. Again, my microphone is being a potato. Okay, I think we should be good. Just earlier on today, we saw MYM completely schooling their opponents and sending them out of the tournament. Kuroko no Dodo. Let's see if something similar happens here as well, because Standin 5 are one of the better known teams on the circuit. PUCU, unfortunately. I'm not sure who they are or where they've come from. Let's just... cross our fingers and hope for a good game of Dota, a good competitive game of Dota at least. As we do have the draft getting underway, you've got a Void and a Shadow Demon getting picked up by Standin 5 as their first two. Venge and Mirana going to be the opening duo for PUCU, with the Batrider, Slaughter, Dazzle and Morphling getting banned out by Standin 5. PUCU retaliates with the Sand King as their first ban, followed by this Meepo ban. Again, we're seeing Meepo getting banned out, and I'm not too sure why. Raw Ranger getting banned, nothing too out of the ordinary there, along with the Invoker getting removed as well. We do have a Terrorblade though. Standin 5 going for the illusion based Dodo. Shadow Demon plus Terrorblade, what a deadly duo here. And PUCU, if they know what's good for them, will pick up an Elder Titan or an Axe. Although I am a fan of the Elder Titan here versus the Terrorblade. Initial order, one of the best ways to deal with his high amounts of base armor. They do have the Slok though, that's a slippery customer on the side of PUCU, so they could definitely use that as a tool to kite around the Terrorblade and bring it down in the fights. And they've also got the magic damage from Mirana if she can pull out an early Aghanim Scepter. That should work well versus some of the Terrorblade illusions too. But they'll go with the Bristleback, and honestly I don't think the Bristleback is great here versus the Terrorblade. Again, the Quill Spray is physical damage, armor is something that the Terrorblade has in abundance, and if only to make matters worse, they've even got a Shadow Demon on the side of Standin 5. With the Demonic Purge, they can hold the Bristleback in position while they pound away on him with the Soul Catcher damage amplification. I mean, while he does have a lot of resistance from his back, having that 50% bonus damage from the Soul Catcher is very devastating for the Bristleback himself. Pretty much negating the entire effects of his back if you can connect it on him. They will get the Tinker as their fourth pick for Standin 5. Now it remains to be seen if they are going to run with, well, what their final support pick is going to be. I feel like I've seen this draft before from Standin 5. It's very similar to what they've done in the previous Starter Cups. And yeah, they will get themselves an Elder Titan as the final pick. So we spoke about how Elder Titan is great versus the Terrorblade himself. It's also really good versus the Bristleback. Having the ability to reduce the Bristleback's base armor just adds to his woes.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Last pick on the board will be the Medusa. And with all the resistance reduction coming out from Standin 5, I'm not sure if she's going to be enough of a tank this game for them to rest their hopes on. I think it's painfully obvious that I'm favoring Standin 5's draft right now, but let's hope that PUCU can prove me wrong. As it is a best of one and anything could happen here. Well, for those of you just tuning in, you're watching the ESL India Premiership organized by Nodwin Gaming, sponsored by HyperX and ROG. I'm CloudX, your friendly neighborhood Indian Dota 2 caster, bringing you a best of one between PUCU on the Radiant and Standin 5 on the Dire. Unfortunately, my mouse wheel has run out of time, which makes camera control a little harder. ROG, please send me mouse. Send custom mouse for better production value. I'm just kidding. Give me a moment, guys. I'm gonna get a quick glass of water before this game gets underway. Alright, made it back just in time for the resume. Probably isn't a great idea to not have dinner before casting this double header today. But we'll get through it. We will power through it like the casters that we are, or like the Indian Dota 2 casters that we are. We're used to this. Unfortunately, I don't have a co-caster joining me today. One of my regulars, aka Vivek, as he's better known, is traveling the US of A on a holiday. While tea time, he's been really busy through the week. He's been casting a lot of the Premiership games as well, so I think it's only fair that I take up some of his load. But let's start with the introductions. Enough about me and my woes. You've got Standin 5 on the dire. Just my luck gonna be handling that. Shadow Demon, you've got Terrorblade being played by Hopes. For a minute there, I thought his name was Herpes, and I doubled back for a second. Anyway, Tinker gonna be played by Tilted Beyond Repair. Pashu gonna be handling the Elder Titan, which leaves us with Void, played by YS, the stand-in. On the other side, PY, you've got Dragonus on the Vengeful Spirit. Oh shit, what up? On the Medusa, I like that name. Mirana gonna be handled by Sin of Greed. Slark played by Explosive Chicken, or Chike. And that leaves us with Bristleback, played by Wally? Or is that Whaley? Another pause comes out here as Medusa disconnects. Let's quickly analyze what the draft is going to look like going forward. You've got Standin 5 running that terribly death ball strat, so we should see them popping those illusions with the disruption and the metamorphosis, sieging towers early on in the game. They are on a bit of a clock, I'm going to say, but that said, they do have the tool for good tools for defense in the form of the Shadow Poison from the Shadow Demon, the March of the Machines from the Tinker, and of course the Elder Titan and the Astral Spirit. One really good synergy here is between the Astral Spirit and the March of the Machines. If you throw down the Astral Spirit on the creep wave, you reduce their magic resistance courtesy the Natural Order aura, and then the March of the Machines do that much more damage and help you to clean out the creep wave even quicker. There's also synergy with the Astral Spirit going out front and the rockets. Well, you get the heat-seeking missiles connecting on heroes almost every single time, courtesy the vision from the Astral Spirit, and of course the magic resistance reduction from the Natural Order aura helps with the heat-seeking missiles doing more damage as well. We've also got the AoE control for the Slark with the Void and the Elder Titan, so this should in theory be a comfortable victory for Standin 5. But if this game goes on for a lot longer, Pakyu has that Stone Gaze to deal with the illusions on the Terrorblade. And of course, with the split shot and eventually a Mjolnir is what I assume her to build, I'd expect that PY shouldn't have too hard of a time fighting in the late game phase. But I'm going to quickly transition over to a couple of sponsor videos as the Vengeful Spirit reconnects to this game. Stay with me, folks. You're watching the ESL India Premiership, organized by Nordwind Gaming, sponsored by HyperX and ROG. I'll see you guys in just a quick second. Alright, we are back. We have a quick reconnect coming out here, so we should see this game underway. Let's quickly look at the bounty rune status. Wally looking for the bounty rune at top. They're trying to contest this, but they're going with two people. Tinker walks into the lane. Who's gonna get the bounty? It's gonna be the Tinker. as he will walk away with it now, while Slock gets the bounty rune at the bottom. There's a greedy maneuver coming out from PY. They tried to get 2 bounty runes for themselves, and now they're gonna get punished. Astral Spirit even coming out. They'll force out the Fairy Fire usage from oh shit, what up, as Pashu will take a couple of tower hits. You've got a disconnect coming out from the Terrorblade. But yeah, this Medusa now gonna be in a bit of a bind here. She has the tangos available at her disposal, but with the Fairy Fire down, it's a little less damage for her, and she's also gonna be on low HP for the most part, which means that Tinker has the potential to score a kill. Alright, this game will get back underway. No first blood just yet. Arrow will fly. Is not gonna connect on the hero. Instead, he'll claim the range creep for himself. As oh shit, what up? Again, gonna take the laser to the face. And will be forced to use more than just that one tango. Man, this is just all sorts of chaos being caused on this middle lane. Medusa needs to be very, very careful here. Tilted beyond repair. He gets clipped with the arrow. The tower gets a hit off on him, and that should be first blood. Turned around here. Courtesy Sin of Greed. Well played by him. Waiting. Baiting that Tinker to come in under the tower range, and then connects with the arrow. Very well played from them. A well-deserved first blood. And they've even got the salve on the Medusa, so she's up in fighting shape. Back up to fighting shape now. On top lane, Wally taking a bit of damage here from the Shadow Demon. It is an early point in the disruption for this SD, so no Shadow Poison available to dish out the pain. But Bristleback's okay. He's got 6 tangos and a salve available, so that auto attack damage not going to be too troublesome for him just yet. Back at bottom, how's it looking for the Void? He's at 0 and 2 CS, while Explosive Chicken has 3 and 4 to his name. So Slock's getting the upper hand in this lane, no doubt. Wally gonna take a hit from the Elder Titan, buffed up with the damage from that Astral Spirit. Well, the arrow connects on bottom again. Mirana making the plays. She doesn't quite have the Starstorm available, so they won't be able to get the kill. Did Dragonus actually stun a creep there? I didn't quite catch that. But it's just a level 1 stun, so I guess the stun duration not long enough on him. Void forced to use a salve for now, but he's getting good levels. He's at level 2.5. Wally pretty much in a similar boat. But at mid, this Medusa is now getting run down bit by bit. As beyond repair, he's got 2 points into the laser. A regeneration rune will be scattered out here at the bottom, forcing Medusa to make the long walk down there. Now this is bad for Medusa. She's leaving the lane at the cost of a lot of EXP that could be going away. There's a massive creep wave here that's gonna push into the tower before she gets back into the lane. I'm not sure this was worth it. She's gonna start falling behind in terms of EXP, but top while that was happening, they popped the Metamorphosis, and along with the Elder Titan, they will get the kill on that Bristleback. So that's the first kill of the game for Standin 5. But yeah, as we can see, Tinker now up to 4.5, while Medusa has not even crossed level 4 just yet. This is not looking good for Puck on the middle lane. Or on any lane for that matter, as we will see another initiation on the Bristleback. He's going to get body blocked here. The Reflection Slow is there, and with the Elder Titan walking forward, he wants to get the Echo Stomp, but he has no mana, which means that Wally will survive for now. He does have the salve available, and should be able to keep his tower healthy a little longer. Meanwhile at bottom, Creep Equilibrium going in all directions here, with the Void pulling through to the side, but then the Radiant Heroes pulling the Creep Wave right back into the lane. Explosive Chicken, Dragonus, and Sin of Greed. Can they make something happen here? Because the Void is getting some very good EXP and some decent farm as well. He's at 6 CS. As an offlane Void, he's even got 6 tangos available. He's doing just fine in this lane. Medusa. How's she looking in terms of CS? Just 5 CS on her. While Tinker's got 16 and 5 to his name. This is just middle lane being crushed by Standin 5. I mean, we're only 4 minutes in, but it feels like Standin 5 are starting to take a commanding lead here. The Slock's the only one that's getting good farm on the side of Dire. On the side of the Radiant, sorry. As Explosive Chicken is now up to 19 CS for himself. Tinker Still zoning out this Medusa pretty hard, while Terrorblade. Metamorphosis will come online in 18 seconds, so that means this tier 1 tower should be going down. I mean, they do have the fortification available, and with the Mirana rotating up top as well, it gets a little more difficult for them to try this. But Echo Stomp will come through. They'll get the arrow to cancel it off, and looks like Hopes will be still walking forward with the meta now expended. They've got 3 stacks of Shadow Poison. They might even get a 4th here. Wally trying to dodge. Will be able to dodge successfully, and he's not got any stick charges. Is this enough to get the kill? No, it's not. He just barely survives there. But again, Metamorphosis has been expended, which means they will be coming for this tier 1 tower. Let's see if they can mount a defense with the Bristleback sitting so low on HP. Five minutes in. Oh shit, what up? What's he up to now? No boots available on this Medusa just yet. Just the bottle and the Wraith Band for now. Wally. And level 4. Missed a kill. I'm so sorry, guys. An absent concentration there from me. But who the hell? How the hell does that even happen? He killed him off without the Chronosphere, without the time dilation. He just walked up to him and bashed him. Is that what we're supposed to believe here? Yeah, that's a Slark dying off to a Void. Mano a mano. One of the best ways to deal with the Void is to get additional points into the Essence Shift early on. That way the Void can't trade blows with you. And here we go. Bye bye, Wally. There's no way he survives this time. Echo Stomp connects. Stab smack on his head. And Shadow Demon gets the kill. But again, Void just walks up to the Slark and starts trading hits. He needs another time lock. He gets another one. Remember, he does have the Chronosphere, so he can commit if he needs to. Well, he'll just force out the pounce from the Slark. Until the Slark hits level 6, he's not going to be able to duke it out with the Void. Meanwhile, Sin of Greed looking for the arrow line here on the Tinker. But Tinker knows what's up. Shadow Demon comes in, gets a few hits off on him. Sin of Greed. He's gonna get hit with the Disruption. Soul Catcher as well. He does have the leap, remember, but oh, he's not gonna use it. Scratch that, he doesn't actually have a leap. That was a free kill given up there. Very unfortunate for the Mirana. And look at the stacks in the jungle, waiting to be cleaned up by this Tinker. That'll be a quick BOT coming out for him. Bottom lane is where I'm going to keep my eyes trained though, because I think this Slark could be killed off quite easily. If he gets bashed here, he's done for. I think he's done for anyway. Explosive Chicken. Bad move. Gonna get run down by this Void. The Chrono will be committed, and that should be a very comfortable kill. Dragon is trying to get in range for the stun, but it's too slow. And Slark dies for the second time at the hands of the Void. At mid. Are they looking for a kill here? Shadow Demon waiting, hoping to get that Disruption initiation off, but he does have the Stone Gaze on this Medusa, so that's going to be a tall order. But they're going to try anyway. Disruption into the Echo Stomp. Oh shit, what up? Never mind. Won't really take too much damage. He's just going to get back his mana with the Mystic Snake bouncing onto 2 heroes. 5-1, 8 minutes in. Medusa starting to find some sort of footing in this middle lane. Well, that Tinker is going to get absolutely huge once he moves into the jungle to clean up on those stacks. And that time might be coming right about now. Unfortunately, there's some lag coming out from Explosive Chicken. Hopefully we'll see him reconnecting real soon. And then Wally, meanwhile, he's up to level 6 on this top lane, while Terrorblade's at 7. Mirana is hoping to find the line on this arrow. But I doubt she's going to get it with the illusions in the vicinity. Let's just keep our eyes peeled up here to see if Sin of Greed can get anything done, because he's starting to fall behind quite significantly. Good arrow. This time it finds the mark and hopes. Uh-oh. He has the Sunder. He's going to get it off as well. He does have the metamorphosis, pops it too, gets the kill on the bristleback, uses his stick charges to try and get away. Sin of Greed has a leap, but that's all he's gonna have. If he leaps forward, Terrorblade is just gonna turn around and destroy him. Well, that's happening. Bottom lane, Slark ends up going down to the Elder Titan and the Void once again. And Terrorblade survives here. Although shit, what up? Gets a few hits off on this tier 1, but meanwhile, Tinker, he's getting to work here in the jungle. He does have another March of the Machines available, but he needs to be careful about using that Soul Ring. Those neutral creeps could kill him off if he's not careful. Alright, another March thrown down. This should allow him to get the extra bit of gold and EXP before heading back to the base. And with that, he's gonna have the early Boots of Travels finished up. Well, maybe not just yet. He's so close to it. Another 400 gold for it. But in terms of net worth, he is a cut above the rest. 4,000 for him. Another 4,000 for the Terrorblade, who's picked up the Ring of Aquila now. The Death Ball is getting nearer and nearer with every passing second. Pakyu not getting anything done as of now. And with the Chronosphere now online for YS, perhaps we'll see them commit to an engagement and hence a tower. Meanwhile, Shadow Demon looping in from behind for a possible kill on this Medusa. There's no Radiant Observer Ward to scout this out, so he is completely doing this scot-free. Now you'll see the regen rune, but he will not scout out the Mirana heading his way. Mirana though puts down the Observer Ward, so she's gonna know what's up. Well, it looks like Just My Luck knew this. He spotted the Mirana after all. This Observer Ward providing intel on him. The easiest D-ward of his life. Well, there we go. With the regen rune picked up on this Tinker, he's gonna find the Boots of Travels inside the jungle.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Terrorblade getting closer to his Dragon Lance now. Even picks up the Ogre Club. Another metamorphosis has been expended. Mirana, uh-oh, she's gonna get pincer trapped here. If the Shadow Demon walks up and gets this disruption off successfully, they're even gonna replenish the Observer Ward on the cliff here. Sin of Greed, he's walking in that direction. No, not like this. Disruption, Soul Catcher, Echo Stomp, not gonna connect. He mistimed that one, but he leaped right back to the Terrorblade, and that'll be his death. Meanwhile, bottom again, the Faceless Void finds a solo kill on the Slark. What is this Slark doing? The Chronosphere was committed for it, but this will be a tier 1 at top. A free kill at bottom. And Standin 5, 9 and 1 are showing no signs of letting up here with the pressure. Even the Bristleback just barely survives inside the jungle, as he's one step closer to a mechanism.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Bashu running away back into the jungle now. He's almost level 6, has the Arcane Rune and even a smoke online. And with the Tome of Experience, he'll cross over to the level 6 territory, as he has the Earth Splitter at the ready.
Tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Dragonis, he's being pinged out with the disruption setup. This should be a comfortable kill for them, but there is a TP coming in from the Bristleback. I don't think they want to commit with the Void here. Moonlight Shadow even gonna get expended. Good time dilation will be able to slow down the onslaught here from the Bristleback, and that'll allow the Shadow Demon to get away. Meanwhile, Slark, he's chosen to move up top instead. I don't think he's gonna find too much joy here either versus a Dragonlance Terrorblade. On bottom, Elder Titan will be scattered out by the Bristle. That Chronosphere is going to come online pretty soon now. 30 seconds to go till he gets it. Perhaps that's when we see another fight breaking out. Earth Splitter actually committed here. Wally will get clipped. There's a time walk forward. They want to commit to this. They'll get him with the pure damage from the laser as well. The Natural Order reducing some of his magic damage resistance for those heat-seeking missiles to hurt too. Another death on the Bristleback. Pakyu getting nothing on this map. They're getting stomped in this early game, as it's 10 and 1 in favor of Standin 5.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We should see another tower being taken down here, as Tinker Will rotate mid to defend versus that Medusa who's just been split pushing and farming all the while. At top, Slock forced to jump away from this Terrorblade. He just hits way too hard at this point for him to bother even contesting. Well, I think we're going to see a fairly comfortable tier 1 takedown at bottom. Nothing they can do to contest this, especially considering the Void has his Chronosphere now online.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Tinkerino. Does he have his Blink Dagger online? Yep, he's got the money to buy it if he chooses to. I don't see what else he would really buy at this stage. Now, there's just no counter to the Tinker apart from the Venge and a swap. Alright folks, just give me a quick moment here. I'm gonna be right back. I think there's some issues with my stream. Just gonna quickly check this up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
My apologies folks, I've had some microphone issues as well along with the stream, but it does look like Standin 5 are still just crushing this game through and through. 11-2, 16 minutes in. I'm kind of wondering how PY actually comes back from this. You got Wally struggling to get anything done here, and at this bottom lane, I mean this top lane, he's got a tier 2 tower still standing, but the wraparound is coming now. As we are going to get our bearings back in just a bit. The Metamorphosis is available. Sin of Greed. Is he going to get something done here? Can't really get anything done when they're 10,000 net worth and 5,000 EXP behind. Just 17 minutes in. They are getting smashed here. Wally. What's he gonna get done here? He's got himself the mechanism online now. Now this mech, it's really not gonna help in the face of the burst damage coming out from Standin 5. I mean, with the Tinker going zap zap with his lasers, he's about to get his Ether Lens finished up as well. While Void, he's got a Yasha in addition to the Vlads now, so even if they don't have the burst, they've got plenty of physical DPS coming their way. And of course the Terrorblade, who just hits like a truck at this point. Standin 5 are looking absolutely solid in this game. And I'm really wondering if there's anything at all that PUBG can do to come back from this. The best I can hope for here is they drag this game out for another 30 minutes. In which case the Medusa gets completely beefy. But the Medusa is so far behind that Terrorblade at this point, I don't even think it's going to matter. I mean, it's a troublesome sign when your 1 position hero is falling further behind the enemy 3 position hero. As we can see, the Slock, he's not even finished up the Shadow Blade this game. Explosive Chicken. Come on guys, you've got to pull up your socks if you want to make your way to Challenger Cup number 2. Meanwhile, Tinker, looks like he's going to get the Ether Lens very soon. Eventually I think he's going to go for the Aghanim. So this is going to be a straight up battle Tinker coming out from them. At mid, we're looking at a little bit of a clash here. Medusa gonna walk straight into the Shadow Demon. Just my luck is completely out of position. He'll disrupt himself, but the arrow will be there to follow it up. And with the Sunder defensively used, they'll keep him alive as Tinker comes in and finishes up on the Bristleback at bottom. They end up trading 1 for 1 as the Terrorblade does eventually drop. That's Sunder. Probably not the best idea after all. Saving his support, but sacrificing his own life. Giving away 1500 gold. Chronosphere comes through though. They'll get the swap out. Dragonis, he actually swaps himself into the Chronosphere. That'll be his death. And oh shit, what up? He's not gonna survive either. They need a basher. Are they gonna get it? They will, as YS will secure the kill. That's another 3 for 1 trade. I'm very confused about why PUCU decided to swap the Void out instead of just swapping the Medusa instead.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is falling.
Tilted beyond repair. He's got himself the Staff of Wizardry now, so I would assume this is going to be a Dagon instead of his Aghanim Scepter. Considering he's still holding on to the Null Talisman, I wouldn't expect anything else. Top lane, looks like everyone's grouping up here for PY. Again, this is just two cores fighting for farm in the same lane. While it's a solo smoked Mirana getting absolutely nothing done, while bottom lane the Vengeance up dropping. Ah, this is just turning into a disaster. They got the Slark in their sights as well. No invisibility available for him. They're still trying to run him down while Void's taking a beating from the tower. The arrow will not connect. Mirana leaps forward. Will get the Starstorm. It will not connect, however. Now Slark goes in. Parshu's in trouble. Drops down the Earth Splitter. He'll end up losing his life. So it's a bit of a recovery coming out here from PUCU. Can they chase down the Shadow Demon as well? Looks like they can. They have a TP available on him. He's going to be able to disrupt the Slark and then try to TP out. He actually disrupted the Bristleback. So the Slark finishes him off. But Tinker comes in and saves the day, bringing down the Slark himself. Even dropping down a defensive zoning march of the machines. Another march, another laser. Wally's man fighting his way through this. Beyond repair, tilted beyond repair. We'll just man fight him and take the win. While YS, time walks off some of the damage from that Starstorm. Sin of Greed is stuck inside the trees. Uses the Moonlight Shadow. Drops an arrow. Oh, it just barely misses. That might have been the death of the Void if it connected. But now Void knows where the Mirana's hanging around. And is looking for the pick-off. But I don't think he's going to find him. 21 minutes in. Standin 5. They look like they're just having fun now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
.22 minutes in. We're still waiting to watch how Standin 5 can deliver the final blow. This is just PUCU getting smashed all over. There's really no sugarcoating this. 15,000 net worth and 10,000 EXP going in their favor. And again, I look at the Rush Pit to see what the Terrorblade is up to. And Tinker just bounces around getting a kill on the middle lane Venge. Medusa. She's finally going to have that Lincoln Sphere finished up if she can get the courier to go out to the shop. But at this point, I don't even know if it matters. It's going to be an Aegis picked up on the Terrorblade, I would assume. Who's also got the Manta Cell. So they're going to have an army of illusions coming their way. Well, PY has just one stone gaze to deal with it. Okay, never mind. They're going to give the Aegis over to the Void by the looks of it. Alright, it looks like it's go time because they've got more illusions coming out from this Manta Cell on the Void. This is... How the hell does PY stop this? All that S5 has to do is walk up to them, bait out a stone gaze, walk away, and then come back with an army of illusions. They'll drop down those March spams to cover fire, to cover their opponents, and or rather to cover their allies and then move into the towers, taking them down one at a time. I see no way for PY to actually fight this unless they backstab S5 and find pickoffs before they group up S5 and come for the base. But if this keeps happening, there's no way they're going to be able to fight. As Tinker, he's going to manage to TP out here. Dragon is not able to get in range for the swap. It's a level 1 swap without an ether lens. Murder has been committed on this top lane. Slog has met his maker. And here we go. The illusions have been expended. Tier 2 tower is going to go down. Tinker walking forward, jumping forward rather, looking for the kill on that Mirana. But doesn't get it. And Tier 2 is down. March has been thrown out. YS, while he is stunned up for a while here, will not be too bothered. It's rinse and repeat here for S5. They've just got to spawn more illusions and walk up onto the cliff. While they've got this Metamorphosis active, while they've got the Chronosphere off cooldown, they should be looking to make a play. Another arrow will fly, will find no one. Disruption set up, not there. It's to spawn more illusions that are now laying into the tier 3 tower. It is just melting at this point. And with the Tinker coming again, gonna spam out the marches along with the heat-seeking missiles. They'll get the swap. Wally gonna get tagged here with the Earth Splitter. They'll get the dig, and the burst damage is there, but it's not enough. The Shadow Poison, 1 stack is not there either. There's the Chrono catching out onto 2. Dragonus is gonna end up losing his life. Oh shit, what up? He's been stunned again. This time he'll pop the Stone Gaze. The Rack still survive. As everyone on the side of S5 turns around, Tinker died, buys back as well. 1600 gold going in favor of the Slog there. They need to deliver the final blow here, else the Slog is gonna come out with some new toys. Wally gets taken down, has a buyback, but doesn't use it just yet. The Slog is dead. 52 seconds without him, and the racks will fall as well. Standin 5 have taken down the barracks 25 minutes in, but it will come at the cost of the Aegis now on the Void. They're looking for more though. They've gone in for the second lane of barracks. More illusions will be spawned, and that tier 3 will just melt. Tinker and Void zoning out the heroes into the fountain, shepherding them back in, while the rest of the team takes down the barracks. This looks like it's all but over here. PY unable to find anything. As the Void jumps forward again, gets the time dilation off. Standin 5 have just outclassed their opponents in this game and are about to knock them out of the bracket of Starter Cup number 4. Yeah, there's nothing Puck you can do anymore. There's a tier 2 tower still standing at the top side, but the tier 4s are about to drop. Casual level 4 Dagon, level 3 Dagon picked up on the Tinker. He's going to come right back in for another bout. Medusa, no Stone Gaze available. She's been bursted down and brought to her knees. Well, Slog, he's trying to duke it out here. His Echo Saber is still not finished up. Man, this is one poor Slog. GG has been called. Puck you will tap out as the Ancient is about to fall as well. Today's victors will be Standin 5, and earlier on it was MYM. As it has just been utter domination in both games. Well folks, hope you've had a blast. Do follow the ESL India Premiership on twitch.tv/ESL India Premiership. Find them on Facebook and Twitter as well. And of course, you can find me on Twitter and Facebook at TheRealCloudX. This is CloudX signing out, casting the ESL India Premiership organized by Nodwin Gaming, sponsored by HyperX and ROG. It's been a pleasure. Hope you guys have had a blast. Now go ahead and enjoy TI6 as the final day is upon us. I'll see you guys tomorrow.